one of the ways that the Muslim sheds himself of depression, sheds himself of feeling anxieties, barakallahu feek, and being self-deserving, right? Pompous, or any of these things that might make you feel sad, right? He said that the Muslim, the asl of the Muslim, is that he doesn't believe anyone is obligated to do anything for him. Okay? No human being owes you anything. Right? That's the asl of akhuwa. I love Nafi' for the sake of Allah. Okay? I love you, akhi, for the sake of Allah. Whether you do something for me or not, whether you bring this recorder or not, whether you give me money or not, whether you help me or not, because that's the asl of akhuwa. Right? That's the asl of akhuwa, is that you are a mu'min, Muslim, Sunni, right? Not upon bid'ah, right? There's no reason for me not to love you, right? You don't owe me anything. None of you brothers owe me a thing. If anything, I'm indebted to all of you brothers. Right? And then when you help me or I help you, it's for the sake of what? لِوَجْهِ اللَّهِ تَعَالَى خَالِصًا. Right? It's for the face of Allah and the sake of Allah purely. Right? Not because that other day you drove me home, so I'm going to drive you home. You paid for the bill last time, so next time you get it, I'll pay for it because you paid. That doesn't exist in Islam. Okay? But what Sa'id said is extremely important. But the manba, the place of where that comes out from, has to be here. If it becomes conditional for between one another, wallahi, wa tallahi, wa billahi, it will go into the gutter. Wallahi wa billahi wa tallahi, I am swearing by Allah, wa ushidu Allah ala dhanik, any friendship, any love, brotherhood, or between a husband and wife that's based on other than the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is destined for kharab, is destined for what? Rot and destruction. You brothers or sisters or husbands or wives will end up fighting, falling out, because the love there is not for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And only Allah is unchanging. Only Allah is forever. If we can even say that in English about Allah. Da'iman wa abadan. Right? He's the qayyum, as-samawati wal-ard, the one upholding the heavens and the earth. So He can uphold your love. The brotherhood has to be through Him. So even after your death, your children, from the haqq of the parent is that the children are kind, have birr al-walidain, continues after the death of the parents by being kind to their relatives and their friends. Binassa nabawi, the Prophet said it, because I'm saying it. Rasulullah said it. Hatta Khadijah radiyallahu ta'ala anha wa ardaha, al-mu'mineen, the first and only wife of the Prophet when she was alive, radiyallahu anha, after she died, any meat, anything that came to the Prophet, he would the first group of people he would give it to were the sisters and friends of Khadijah radiyallahu ta'ala anha, because he loved her so much. So if Nafi' is here in front of me and I love him for the sake of Allah, and Sulaiman is his friend, then I'm going to be kind to Nafi', I'm going to be kind to Sulaiman. Not only because he's a Muslim, because he's Nafi's friend, because that's honoring the friendship and the love that's there for the sake of Allah. You honor it by honoring the people they honor, and so on and so forth. This is the beauty of Islam, my dear brothers, my dear sisters. Beauty. Right? But the old ways, the asr goes back to what? The essence of every single action of our hands and our feet and our heart goes back to what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Barakallahu feekum.